I bet.
Hey y'all, hey, it's another episode of Bonafide Her Podcast featuring the one and only Antonio Chandler.
What's up, y'all? How y'all doing?
How you doing, sir?
I'm good. How are you?
You know, we blessed to be alive. Another day, another blessing. Hello. You know, we in there like, yeah. So let's get it started. So Antonio, can you tell us your sports story to how you got to where you are?
Okay, so for high school, started off. I went to my town high school, Skagway, in New Jersey. Started off there. I only played 2 years of varsity actually, but then ended up going to a Division II Franklin Pierce. Start off my career. I stayed there for 4 whole years. I was injured 1 year, which was my junior year, and then COVID was my sophomore year. So I got those 2 years back and decided to transfer after I got my degree in biology, and then went to a school in North Dakota. It was pretty interesting, Jamestown University. I liked it though. It was different than what I'm used to, and it's an NAI. It's not actually a D2. Now they changed to a D2 though. So spent there for a year, then went to Southern for a year, Southern Connecticut State. Uh, had my best season so far, averaged 17 and 11, I believe. Then I thought I was actually done, but they actually passed a waiver to give me an extra year. So I ended up going to the portal and end up going to Siena. So then, we had a big run this year. I started all 29 games, but unfortunately, they had started questioning my eligibility. There was nothing I did wrong. It was just a miscommunication. So I ended up sitting out the last few games, but I mean, I got my 1,000 points and ended my career the way I wanted, so I can't complain too much.
For sure. And I mean, you got a title like the conference title within Siena. So it's like, hey, that's all I needed right now. It's
Yeah,
like you getting the
100%.
ring, like you got a ring with it. So
Yep,
it's
yep.
like
Best way to go out, to be honest.
for sure. And this leads to my question. There's like a lot of people like to, overlook, say, the D2s, the NAIAs, and the mid majors. What would you say is some of the misconceptions when it comes to the competitions of the D2, the NAIA, and the mid majors?
Yeah. So, I mean, playing at those levels, I mean, I think I got like one of the best experiences to see it all together. So, I mean, definitely there's talent at every level and everybody knows that, but some people like overlook them. But everybody starts off, everyone has different paths, you know what I'm saying? So, basically, everybody needs to focus on their own path. You can start at an NAI, start at D3, D2, it doesn't matter. JUCO, but you can find your way. If you put in the work, you can get to the level you want. So, I mean, I feel like it doesn't matter where you start at, it matters where you finish.
Absolutely, because I would say, like, coming from mid major myself, I always say, like, anybody can get the work, period. Like, is like the D1, like the Power Five, well, now it's Power Four, but growing up, Power Five, D1, was that like the mecca for a lot of players that they wanted to go? Yeah. But, like, if you think about it in some ways, like, it's like you kind of feel you have to kind of do what you feel like. Do you want to showcase your talent in, say, even if it may be a D2 NAIA? Do you want to showcase your talent, or do you want to go to, like, say, a big school with just because it's the name and just not be able to showcase your talent? You just like, when is my chance gonna come and stuff?
Exactly. Yeah.
So this leads to my question. Like you mentioned before, like you went to Siena, and for those that don't know, y'all know, Siena was playing against Duke, which y'all had a huge run, like especially with coming before during the tournament. Y'all had a huge run. Y'all won the conference championship. What was that like during that process of during that season to where you prepared for the conference championship to leading to the NCAA run?
I mean, it started in the summer. I mean, we broke down every huddle saying Mac Chip, you know what I'm saying? So it was it was instilled within us since the summer. So that's all we knew. So every day we going hard, giving everything we got. trying to get that title. So, when it actually came to the day and we actually got it, we know we just deserved it.
For sure. And then what was that like during, during that run y'all played against Duke? What was that like during that NCAA the tournament time? What was that like for you to, be part of the NCAA tournament of all things of March Madness?
No, it was just unreal. Like as a kid, that's like every basketball player's dream to go to March Madness. You hear about it all the time. Everybody know what time of year it is. So to actually be there, it was just a blessing, to be honest. I was upset I wasn't able to play, but still just having the opportunity to be there and cheer on my team, I couldn't ask for anything more.
Hey, you gotta clap for yourself for that. Like, hey, you got a ring with it, and you got to experience, like you said, every basketball players drink thing is the March Madness. Like those the one shining moments, like dun, 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 like
Yeah.
all that, the montage of everything. So it's like how it's like that's every and this leads, also to I first of all shout out to you because your content be amazing. Like
I
especially
appreciate it.
y'all got to check out his content because when I tell y'all his content game is amazing. Like when I saw he did the Drake and Josh theme song with it with the little thing, I was like, oh my gosh, it took me back to that. Like he pulled that theme song out the back with it. I'm like,
I wish I got
so
more views, but it took a lot of, what I'm saying. It was just a trend. I like the trend, so I hopped on it.
for you, like, what's as a college athlete, especially during the NIL era, how did you balance creating content and being a college athlete simultaneously?
Um, so being at my other schools, obviously, Division 1 is a little different. You kind of like Division 1's the whole day revolves around that. Like D2, it's a little less rigorous. D1, it's like everything's basketball, basketball. So I mean, pretty much I just had my like certain times. Like I wake up in the morning, try to get up at least 2 to 3 videos a day. One like when I wake up, one at night, and then just try to keep being as consistent as I could. To be honest, I feel like I missed out on a few things. I should have did like a um what is it, like the behind the scenes or something, like for the games or whatever. But I missed
Oh,
out
the
on a
get
few
ready
things.
with me. The get
Yeah,
ready
like
with
I
me.
should have definitely did that for lift and for practice and game day, but it was really hard for me because I was really trying to focus on the season because I know it was my last season, so I was trying to give it everything I got, especially to open up more opportunities for professionally after. But yeah, I'd probably say just trying to be as consistent as possible. That's what I was really focused on.
Absolutely. And with you, you're preparing for the professional level with your career. And at least to my question is, how did you, with all the collegiate experience, how did you prepare yourself to where you're preparing for the professional level?
Um, just like building routines, pretty much. Like at every school, the one thing like anybody could say about me is that I'm always working hard. Like the way I got to the Division 1 level wasn't like anybody else. I really just worked all the time to get better because I knew in myself that I could play at that level. So I wanted to prove to everyone that I could. And professionally, it's going to be the same thing. I'm going to be overseas, wherever I'm at, just working hard every day, trying to get better, just to prove myself that I could play at the next level and the next level. So just going to continue that and see where I go.
Well, for overseas, with overseas basketball for you, what is like, say, the main goal that you hope to aim for overseas for your career? Like, what is like the biggest goal for you?
For me, I mean, everybody's goal is the NBA, obviously. So from where I'm at right now, I just want to hopefully end up in the higher leagues, highest league possible overseas. So probably like Spain, China, end up one over there, and hopefully, ends up being going to the NBA or something. But I just want to get so I could live comfortably. That's really my goal.
Hey, I'm here for it, especially to live comfortably. Like, I ain't have to worry about no taxes, no more, no more
Exactly.
taxes.
Yeah.
Like, all you kids that want to grow up, don't grow up. It's a trap. Don't grow up. It's a
No, it
trap.
definitely is.
You don't want to pay those bills. Those bills will cause you stress.
Oh
Don't
yeah.
pay them. Just play as long as you want. Play outside. Just don't pay them. Just don't say, I want to grow up. No, you don't. You don't want to pay them bills. No.
Oh yeah. It's no, adulting is real, man. I was like, yo, I just want to get older, go to college. Then we get out of college, it's like, oh nah, I'm not trying to do this. Like all my friends now are working. It's just like, sheesh. I was like, bro, I gotta hurry up and continue this basketball stuff, man. I can't do that. I can't work a 9 to 5, man.
Hey, I hear you with that. Like, but then shout out to the folks that's working the 9 to 5. We
Oh,
appreciate
100%.
y'all, but we
Got all my
appreciate
respect.
y'all. We appreciate y'all, but when it comes to like our when it comes to big dreams, yeah, it may scare us a little bit, but we in this. Yeah,
No,
yeah. So, but
100%.
this leads to my question. First of all, shout out to you because for the support, and I noticed that like you are an advocate of women's basketball after like just the conversation we had from the live. And this leads to my question: what inspires you to advocate for women's basketball?
Um, Really, because my mom played basketball as well, and I grew up watching my sister, so I just been around women's basketball. Um, I mean, I just feel like it's fair. It should be everybody that loves basketball should be able to play it at the highest level, and I feel like everybody should be getting paid the same. So it's just like I just like seeing good basketball, and they have really good basketball players, so of course I'd support it.
Do you hope to see more, say, I look at it as I hope to see more females, like actual females that may not play sports to support female sports. But do you hope to see on the side of like, do you hope to see, like, say, more male athletes support, say, female sports that actually, they actually watch and enjoy it and not just like, say, when they see it, they kind of talk bad, they bad mouth about it. Like, they actually enjoy it.
No, yeah, definitely. I mean, they all work so hard, so I think they should definitely get the recognition that they all working for. So, and there's a lot of great players out there, so I definitely think they deserve that at least.
Who would you say are some of the female hoopers that you enjoyed watching their game, whether it's past or present?
Not gonna lie, what really got me going was Caitlin Clark because obviously she's just separated herself a lot and kind of blew up like the women's basketball like perspective. So I mean, definitely her. Paige is tough. I actually met Az Fudd. She's a really cool person, great family, great player. Um, Obviously Maya Moore, she's one of the goats.
Yes,
So but yeah, there's so many great players.
absolutely. Like it's this is the first time I heard somebody mention AZ Fudd in a
Oh really?
whole. Yes, like I've heard like say the Caitlin Clarks. Sometimes I've heard the Angel Reese. A couple times I heard Paige Beckers, but it's like you can't go wrong with like those lists because it's like those women were the ones that brought the more attention to women's basketball. But if like say if like like yourself, if hoops, like you said, it's pure hoops. You knew about like say Maya Moore the goat. So I was like, that's why I was like, when you said Maya Moore, I was like, yes, yes, please, yes. Like if it's one of those like you ever hear people where say if there's any player that I would go on the hill and just ride to dawn for or whatever, like just defend, I'll be like, it's my more, I don't care, but like look, y'all not gonna disrespect the GOAT when it came to women's basketball, especially like a lot of people forget how she signed to Jordan. Like she was the first Jordan female shoe. Like And imagine having a winning record of
Yeah,
like 80, like 85 to 89 winning record in your whole entire career, like from high
yeah,
school to college to profession. Like you a
that's
winner.
insane.
Like you want to be the best. So I'm like, that's how I want to come. But then also too, the fact that it's one of those things like, um, we always, as athletes, we always strive to be more than athlete. The fact that she utilized her platform to do what she did, even during her prime, I think that was like, yo, this is, yeah. And this leads to my question. Speaking about more than an athlete, for you as a black man and athlete, how important is mental health to you?
It's super important. I mean, a lot of, especially for men, I feel like mental health is overlooked a lot. Because guys are meant to be supposed to be tough and everything, so people overlook it. Really, the feelings and all that is all people say it's all for the girls, but I definitely think it's very important because you don't know what's going on in someone's head. You know, there's just a lot that people go through. So I feel like everyone needs the outlet to talk to somebody. Even if it's just one person, that one person that you talk to can really help you in the long run. So I think it's very important.
For sure. And, I have always, my thing was, is I've always wondered when it comes to men and male athletes, like, you know, when it comes to speaking up about mental health or even their feelings, like, why, like, and from just want to hear from your perspective, like, why do you believe it's difficult for men and male athletes to open up about mental health?
um I think it's just the way we've been brought up. Like, I know I was brought up like not to cry and stuff. That's like because you're supposed to be manly, but like it gets to a level where you're actually hit manhood where that's important. So I feel like everybody should take it more serious, definitely, especially uh like college athletes, high school athletes, like everybody that's going through a lot. Like, you have a lot of stress being an athlete. So I feel like you need to talk to somebody. So I feel like all athletes should have an outlet to somebody so they can get that out.
Absolutely, because I feel like for me, just from hearing your perspective, I always like, I've always wondered, are there days like, there got to be days where you're like, I can't be strong all the time. Like, can I just relax being strong, carrying the weight, like, you know, not having to like say like the having that stigma of if I show my emotions that I'm weak, just I was like, I've just always wondered, like, is there those moments where you're just like, I just want to relax? Can I just relax and not be strong all the time? And can I just like enjoy a safe space where I can just be able to be free and stuff?
Oh no,
Hopefully that
definitely.
makes sense.
No, yeah, definitely. I mean, I feel like everybody has those days. Everyone's not happy and jolly every day. So I feel like everyone has those days. It's just how you present yourself. If you have the outlet, you can limit those days, if you know what I'm saying. So yeah, I feel like that's why it's important to have someone or a group to talk to.
Absolutely. And this leads to my question, especially when it comes to representation, having someone that looks up to you or you looking up to someone. How important is representation?
Oh, super important. I mean, you could change the way that people view you just by that, by representing yourself in the wrong way. You can lose a lot of fans. You could lose a lot of people that want to be like mentees, So people that look up to you. One person I look up to, you see the jersey in the back, is Kobe. He represented himself in a certain way that just made everyone look at him differently than other basketball players because he showed how much he really loves the game, and everything he did showed that. So, he doesn't have like a bad name to him or anything. So it just makes people want to be like you and be around you.
First of all, shout out to you for the Kobe jersey. Cause I was like, when I saw, I was like, oh, he's a Kobe. See,
Yeah,
first of all,
100%.
I'm a Kobe person too. Like,
Oh,
not
really?
to mention, he is a girl's. Not only he's a girl's dad, and he advocates for women's sport, but the man is a winner. Like, the
100%.
man will the man will play through a whole Achilles injury, shoot a free throw, and say, "I'm gonna call it a day." I
Exactly.
mean, I will say the only thing I mean, it's so crazy how he scores in his last game of the season of his career was on my birthday, which I was like, dang, on my
Oh,
birthday he
really?
scored.
That's crazy.
Yes. It was crazy. Like, dang, his last game of the career is on my birthday. He scored 60 points against the Jazz. And I was like, he was like, mumble out. I was like, you know what? Yep, yep. And it's so crazy. You know what's so interesting is like all of a sudden, like everybody want to appreciate him once he passes. Like, why didn't y'all appreciate him when he was alive?
Exactly.
Like the whole debates of is he really like say a top five, a top eight? Why was we not having these debates when he was alive?
Exactly.
Like, but I like I said, I'm a Kobe person. Like that's why I was like when I saw the Kobe jersey, I was like, yes. Yes, like that's like I know there's the Michael Jordan houses and the LeBron houses. This is just the Kobe house right here. So it's like
100%.
but I mean, like I said, if you there's a player that will play through injury, it's him. And the
Oh,
fact
yeah.
that he even said like there's fans out there like that pay to watch him play, and he's like I can't like just turn. I'm like what. Absolutely. If you got to sacrifice, you know what? Cool. But and he won an Oscar too. People forget this man won an Oscar.
Oh, yeah.
So
Man of many talents.
exactly. But this leads to my question of if what is actually speaking of Kobe, what is the main what would you say is one of the main things that you're inspired by Kobe?
Um, how serious, like, just his love for the game. Like, growing up, my dad was a Kobe fan, so it was just instilled in me. But like saying his reasoning for everything was just like insane to me because he literally would say he would take a shot over three people instead of passing the ball because he knows he practices that shot 1,000 times plus. So he's gonna take that shot because he believes in himself more than his teammate because he knows that person isn't putting in more work than him, and he never let anyone outwork him. So to me, that was just insane. Like, just his whole way of playing was just to make sure no one outworked him. And I gotta respect that because as a basketball player, that's what you gotta do to get to the top. Like to be the best, that's what you have to do. So yeah, that's just one of the things that really brought me to liking Kobe.
Absolutely. As they say, ball is life, y'all. Ball is really life though,
No,
for real.
100%.
You be finding your best friend, your brothers and your sisters, and like have a whole best friend, a sisterhood, a brotherhood through basketball, y'all. I'm
Yep.
telling y'all. You you know about it, Antonio. You know
Yep.
about it.
I've been on what 4 teams now. Met so many people, even throughout AAU. Like I just met so many people that I still stay in contact with. Like it's crazy.
And it's so interesting how um you be like you could learn like say a lot about a person through like the game of basketball or how they practice. Like you could tell by how like whether it's the relationship or the platonic, like what type of person they are both on and off the court, how they lead and stuff. Like that's why I be like, oh yeah, ball is life. You be learning a whole lot of things. Like,
Yeah,
bruh.
definitely.
And this leads to my question is if there was a word or a phrase to describe your journey so far, what would it be?
Ooh, let me see. That's a good question. Describe my journey. Mm, I would definitely just say unique. I was trying to look for another word, but I feel like that's probably, from what I'm thinking right now, the best way to describe it because I don't think a lot of people had a similar journey to me, you know? So I felt like I really earned everything that I got. So I got multiple years of D2, one at NAI, so I got to test those waters and got to finish at a Division 1 where I won a conference championship. So I really can't ask for anything more. But it just took time. Everybody has different paths, so I feel like mine was just unique.
Let me get my shakers for that because it's so true. I could not find my tambourine, but this is my shakers for my tambourine because it's so true. Y'all, that's when the gems be dropping. It's like, yes. Because it's like you don't hear something like that where like you said, like a Division 2 to another Division 2 / NAIA to a Division 1, like, you know. And I think one of the biggest things that, you know, is, everybody's journey is so different, but also it's like you can never, one of the things that I think I hope people can take is you don't have to compare your journey to another person's journey because you never know what that person has to go through,
Exactly.
what type of timing they have to go through. So it was like your timing is your timing and your journey is your journey. So I mean, heck, like you said, you got a ring with that. So it's like you
Yeah,
got a
man.
college ring. You're like, I got a college ring. I graduated like 3 times now.
Not two.
Two.
It's two. Yeah, my
Oh,
bachelor's and then my master's.
hey, come on, black excellence, sir. Black
Thank you,
excellence.
thank you.
Two, it's like not just 1 degree, but two
You just
degrees.
gotta remind them sometimes. You know, they'd be forgetting. So
Hey, that's one thing that nobody can ever take away is that degree from you. Like,
yeah,
it's like that is something like, hey, I got that, I earned it, I worked hard for it. Can't nobody take away that. So it's like not only you got a ring with it, you got 2 degrees. So it's like you said
no,
you you living your best life.
yeah. I'm very thankful for it.
Amen,
Blessed
amen,
100%.
amen, amen. So my question for you is, so I always ask my guests this question. Bonafide means authentic, unique, but for the men, the authenticity. Because bless it if I say it right. If I did not, that is a blooper. But you know what? This makes the podcast raw and real. But what makes Mr. Antonio Chandler authentic, and what makes your story stands out?
Um, everyone that knows me knows that I'm just always gonna be me. I'm not gonna change myself for other people. So like, I start off closed off, obviously, because I don't just let everyone know me right away. So I feel like I'm always just gonna be myself. I'm always gonna put in work. I'm always gonna try and outwork you. I'm very competitive myself. So I feel like everything I do is competitive. So even if it's the smallest little game, I'm gonna try and win. I'm gonna try and beat you in everything I can. That's just how I grew up. That's how I am. So I just never let anyone change me the way I am.
Hey, hey, the competitive nature is real. You could
Yep.
be like you said, you could be playing the game. You could be playing like and be like, did I just say you could beat me? No, I'm gonna beat you. Like
Exactly.
could be like a what's it called? A bowling game. Like I told you I'm competitive. I didn't let you win. I'm not letting
Hmm.
you win. So it's like I could try to teach you, but I'm not letting you win at the end of the day. I'm gonna still beat you, even after I
Exactly.
teach you.
Yeah, we
So
don't go easy over here, man. No matter if I just taught you how to play the game, I'm still gonna win.
hey, you can't go wrong with the competitive. It just happens. It's like the
Yeah, it's
competitive
not
nature.
like it's nothing personal. It's just how I'm made. So I can't change it.
It's like it's not personal. It's just business.
Exactly. Exactly.
It's like we cool at the end of it. It's like we cool off the court, but on the court,
Oh yeah,
like we
definitely.
like it is like as they said, I'm a totally different off the court, but on the court, it's a whole monster.
Yep.
So Like we could cool it. We could like talk off the court, but on the court, what's up? So
Exactly. That's all you getting.
you better let them know. So Antonio, can you let the folks know how where they can find you, support you, follow you, any upcoming events happening your way?
You can follow me at the Antonio Chandler. That's my Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter. I think it's a Chandler _3, but I really don't use that much. But that's where my content be at. So, guys, follow me, and let's lock in.
Y'all better follow the man, the myth, the legend himself, Antonio Chandler at the Antonio Chandler, just like his name. How is it spelled? Antonio Chandler. Y'all see how
Yep.
the name spelled? That's how you spell it. But put the Antonio
Yep.
Chandler on Instagram and TikTok at the same damn time. Be sure to
Yep.
follow him. I'm telling y'all be tuning into his content because I promise y'all be lit because he is lit. But y'all be tuning into his content because it's fire. So, so be sure to follow Antonio Chandler at the Antonio Chandler on TikTok and Instagram. Be sure to check out the live replay of Bonafide Her Podcast, episode 240, featuring the one and only Antonio Chandler. Big shout out to Antonio for coming on the podcast, sharing your story. Big shout out to all the people that have tuned in to watch the episode. Thank you guys for tuning in.
Having
Peace.
me.